Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my new video. So, I want to discuss this Bloomberg article, which I'm extremely angry about, to be honest. And it says China's meek climate targets offer little support to clean tech. And it's not just the Americans are reporting this, the EU seems to be attacking China as well. You can see EU attacks China's clearly disappointing new climate target. And what's the new climate target? Climate target is China commits to cutting up to 10% of its climate pollution. This has gone up from 7%, which is a lot, to be honest. So, why I'm extremely angry about is the fact that America, especially the President of United States, calls climate change is a hoax. So Trump has come out on in front of the UN and he made a speech saying climate change is a hoax. He has blocked all climate change policies in the White House. He has pulled out of the Paris climate change accords. He has blocked all green investments, so blocked all wind, solar, hydropower, everything, and he's pushing for only fossil fuels, and he's pushing for oil. And I just can't believe these Western papers are still attacking China. You know, where is the EU? Like, where is the EU attacking Trump? Do you see any articles by the EU? Do you see von der Leyen coming out and saying what Trump has said is false, it is wrong, climate change is not a hoax, and we need to basically put our money into climate change and make a difference. Where is the EU on this? Nothing. They're not going to say anything against Trump. They're not going to say anything against America. They only want to bash China when China is the largest 3,600 gigawatts of energy, clean energy China is producing with solar, highest amount of solar by far. China has more solar panels than the rest of the world combined. China has more wind power than the rest of the world combined. China has more hydropower than the rest of the world combined. China has more clean energy, 3 times as much as the rest of the world is combined. 3 times as much. And yet they still want to attack China. It's absolutely ridiculous, guys. Absolutely ridiculous. Seriously, what's the world coming to? You have a president literally in front of the stage making a fool out of the rest of the UN and all the climate change policies, saying that climate change is a hoax. He's just saying it out of his own mouth. But Bloomberg is not going to say anything. Brussels is not going to say anything. It's a joke, guys. Absolute joke. I also wanted to cover this typhoon that's been hitting China and the island of Taiwan. And you can see climate change is not about just sun and drought and all of that. It's also heavy extreme weather like this, floods and things like that. And this has caused a huge amount of damage in Taiwan, guys, huge amounts. This is going to cost them billions and billions of dollars to fix. China doesn't have this problem because China is actually focusing on climate change. Climate change, China is not just building solar energy, wind farms and stuff, but they're also doing stuff to help against flooding and extreme weather. This is like southern. I mean, I think I've read reports that about 14, 15 people have died in Taiwan, but in southern China, nobody's died yet. So you can see from this article here that China and Hong Kong are prepared for climate activities such as this. So Hong Kong has a 3.8 billion rain tunnel network. So they are prepared for this. China is prepared for it. All major cities in China have these underground rail, I mean, rain tunnels, help with the flooding and stuff like that. Is America doing anything like this? No, they're not. What about the rest of the world? We're not sure. But Hong Kong and China, they're doing stuff like this to circumvent like climate change events, flooding, and extreme weather. But then you have the UN saying, China's not doing enough. It's absolutely ludicrous, guys, ludicrous. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and try and watch the video to the end.